Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Good to see you here. Fixing to do a little work on this little F250 that I've got that I've been working on for quite a few years. Project my dad gave me. And I just got finished painting most all the parts on it, and the doors have been painted for a while, and I was fixing to put them all back together. And I thought I'd take you all along with me to show you how everything goes back in, kind of a puzzle. And it's been a little while since I've done it, but shouldn't be a problem. I'll show you guys how to do it. Come on with me. All right, the first part we're going to put in is the door latch. And I got to put this little shield back on it. I took it off because I kind of cleaned this off and scrubbed it down. So we'll put this little shield covering on there first. I've got a whole bag full of parts come off this door on the driver's side. I had to get a couple of new door lock rod holders. It clips on here. The original one broke on it. So I'll dig through here and find out what I need. I didn't show y'all, but the first thing I did was put the door lock in. I'll show you how that goes on. It's really simple. This little clip just slides right in there and catches in between these grooves and holds it in place. Real simple deal. Now the door handle is simply, it slips into a little hole right here, and then one nut and bolt hold it through this hole. It originally had, that's what this slot is for here, it had a, what do we call it, J-nuts that fits behind there. I probably could dig one out. I've got a little box of J-nuts, but I'm just going to put a nut and a washer on it, put a couple of washers on the back side, 2 of them. This originally was broke out of here, and I welded it and close the hole up a little bit, so we'll see if it'll go back together. Alright, next to go on is going to be the wing window. The wing window also has this channel right here that the window runs up and down, and there's a window rubber that fits up inside of there. It's kind of got felt on one side. So that'll get shoved in here. Matter of fact, I'll show you kind of how that goes in. This is the old piece, and I'll have to take the new one. I notice it's trimmed off right here, and it looks like they've trimmed this edge off down here. So I'll do that the same way on this new piece that I have in this bag. Now, how this fits in this channel. You can see this is felt. It's made a certain way, and it gets shoved inside of this channel like this. It just fits in there just like that, and the window rides up and down that channel. So let's put it together. This new piece has a 90-degree bend in it, and this does not make a 90-degree bend in this corner. So it does, it's probably going to fit a little bit funky. But this goes all the way down in there and gets shoved in. This comes around the other side. So I'm going to trim this piece off back here on the back side. And this rear rail works kind of the same way as the front one. It's going to just pop right in this channel. It has a special made clip that pops up in here, and then this takes one bolt right here that holds it in place. Alright, there's no doubt that getting this window in here can prove to be tricky. Getting it hooked onto this riser that's right here. So, here we go. And I've left this back side guide screw loose so I can finagle this window around in there because it's a tight fit. Okay, once you get it all the way up, you need to put your screws back in your guides and get them in place. There's some marks right here where the original one was. I'm going to start with it right there. Same with this guide here. I can see where the original one was. I'm going to start there. If it's too tight, I'll move this guide back towards y'all. It's going to be a little tight with that new felt in it though. Man, that feels good. Leave it right like that. I was also going to put the door handles on it as well, and I was looking for the rest of all the internal hardware that goes with it, and I found the little thing I put it in, and it's going to take a little bit of cleaning. I'm going to have to clean all this stuff off, wire brush it off, put some paint on it, put it all back together. Well, it's been a few days since I was working on that door, and I decided to go ahead and order some brand new outer door handles on this thing. They weren't very expensive, probably 17, 18 bucks a piece. And when I got to looking at all that old rusty stuff, I thought, man, there ain't no way that I want to spend the time cleaning that. They're actually a little better than what this aftermarket one is. Here, let me show you these real quick. Okay, so here's the original. And it's a solid casted piece, really nice, really heavy shape. And then this new one, you can see is open cast on the back side, a little lighter. But you know what, it's gonna work, it'll work just fine. Some things that didn't come with it were these door handle gaskets. Okay, so if you're gonna replace these, be sure you save these if you take it off. Luckily I did. I'll start getting all this stuff ready, and we'll put the door handles on it real quick. I'm going to put door lock actuators on this thing because I've got an alarm on it, and I'll show you how we put the door lock actuators in the door and hook them to the door lock rod. Pretty simple. When I rewired the inside of this truck, I already wired the alarm with wires going to the doors for the door locks. We'll put speakers in this door, and we'll complete it. We'll put the whole thing together. I'll show you how it's done, so come along. All right, so here's what we got here on this door lock setup. It's just a little universal door lock. So it's got two mounting holes right here. And what we'll do is I want to put it on the inside somewhere in this position. This door rod comes up, angles over to this. So if I mount this somewhere here, I can probably use that one bolt for the lower. That one almost lines up. I'll drill a hole here on the bottom, and then the rod's going to go from here. I'll bend the rod and we'll connect it to this one, and it connects using this right here, and I'll show you how that goes on there. So what I want to do first before I bolt this in there is hook the wires up to it, solder them in place. But I know that they can go either way, but it needs to be, when I activate the alarm, that the polarity causes it to pull down. So I'll just have to test it, and then I'll solder these together, and then we'll bolt this up inside there. It's locked, and that's unlocked, so I hit it right the first time. So we'll solder these together, put some heat shrink on it. Like I say, this door rod comes up angled right here and then goes straight. I want to hook it up here right around this angle, somewhere here close to the top of that angle. So what I think I want to do, this is going to be inside there like this. We'll bend this way. Cut this dude off there. This piece on top pivots around, so we want to like this. Here's a little kit that comes in to attach this rod to the door lock rod. Kind of cheesy, but it works. I think the only thing I've had a problem with on this style is that this little piece here will crack and break. Probably from me over tightening it, but these 3 screws go on this side. This open side is for the rod on the door lock itself, the door lock rod. The small side will go in this pin off the actuator. I'm going to push the door lock actuator down, as well as push the door lock down, and that's where I want to tighten this little dude up. Let's check it. Unlock. Unlock. Looks good. Alright, next we're going to take it and we're going to install this speaker in here. Just a little cheap Pioneer speaker that I bought on Amazon, I think. And I'm going to take it and solder the original wires just right onto this. So we'll just mount it with 4 screws. We'll drill 4 new holes here, and I'll let y'all watch me as I do it. Seal goes in these 4 holes, and these clips right here, it just clips right down in there. It's in there just like that. And then here's how this one goes in. Now putting the door handle on, it's not rocket science. Put your gaskets on them. This one didn't fit very well, so I had to shave some of it off to fit this handle. Wasn't a big deal. And then this piece right here is where the rod will go in, push in. I won't be able to show you that because it's way up in there. Pushes in, and then this thing locks down on it. So all together on there. I ended up having to take this door guide here loose, push it out of the way, and then I was able to just barely access this one nut on this side and tighten this one. And putting that rod back up inside there was a little bit of a chore, but no biggie. This door panel takes 7 panel clips on it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I think I've got enough in my little assortment that I bought some time ago. So we'll put all those in place. And then I'm going to glue the little plastic piece that goes on before this. I'll glue it on there and then position this on the door, pop it into place. Alright, so here's the little plugs the little pins that go on it. They got a little hat on the top of it. They just go right into here. And I did end up taking this upper seal off. I think it'll be a little easier to put on. Hope you enjoyed the video. We're going to go do the other side now, get it all put back together. As you can see, I've got a lot of work yet to do on that pickup. It's like a big old puzzle. Well, like always, I appreciate y'all coming by. Click subscribe, hit the like button, and we'll see you next time on Steve's Restorations.